Your first job is meant to teach you responsibility and dedication. I did learn from my first job, but I had to learn the hard way. When I was 17, I started working at Walmart only because my parents told me and my brother that we needed a job. But I didn't complain because the pay was $11.50 an hour, which was good. Back then, $500 every 2 weeks was a lot of money for me. The problem was that I had to work with my brother since he got hired on too. I didn't want to work with him because I wanted this job to be independent, work by myself, be a big boy, be that nigga, However, I guess things worked out fine for him since he got along well with the coworkers and the customers, even though I didn't. But I wasn't there to make friends. I was there to get that money, that cheddar, that green paper with Benjamin Franklin face ass on it. But every job has to come with at least one downside, right? Since my brother and I worked in the electronics area, which I wanted to, but later found out it was a bad idea because I did not know shit about cameras or them cheap ass TCL phones. We had to work with the manager, Zipporah. This lady is possibly the most rudest, self-entitled, fattest, ugliest, gruesome manager to ever exist. When things were slow in the store, she got mad at us for not doing anything. Shit, she got mad at us for doing the right thing. Like, bro, if you don't sit your well shark built body ass down somewhere. She was not the only problem though. The customers were a handful too. Mad respect to the customers that doesn't give workers a hard time. Y'all make the job a lot easier and less stressful. But for the customers that treat them like dog shit, why? They don't get paid enough to be dealing with all that. Customer service is the main reason why I don't want to work in places that requires it. Speaking of customer service, let me tell y'all about this one cranky old woman. On a busy day, this woman and her grandchild came to the electronics area surfing through the computer aisle. She spotted and asked me about this one specific computer that I did not know shit about. And just by the tone of her voice and the way her glasses were tilted, I knew she was going to be a headache. So I tried my best to give her every little detail about it. Well, you can download stuff. It comes with a camera. It has a screen. Of course, that's not what I said, but I did say some things that she wasn't interested in. By the looks of her face, she was getting fed up and started asking me harder questions. I respectfully told her that I did not know anything about the computer. She got a little pissed and said, "You work back here. You're supposed to know about this stuff." She was right about that. But then again, it's Walmart. So I told her, let me get someone who actually knows about the computer to help you. I grabbed a random coworker and threw him down the aisle so he can deal with her. Okay, everything is cool now. For 6 minutes, while I was helping another customer, the woman came up to me and said, "Let me speak to your manager." I legit left her right there, not saying a word to her, went to the counter, about to call one of the other managers because I did not feel like dealing with Zipporah, and here she comes raising her voice at me while there were about 10 people close by. "You are a rude young man. I don't like you, and if you don't get your shit together, I will contact the HR and have them fire you." That was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced. I glanced over at her grandson, and he was more embarrassed than I was. "Grandma, please, let's go. Get your goddamn hands off me, boy." See now, I would be in the wrong for cussing her out, which I almost did, and I respect the elders, but I don't respect the ones that act like they're the shit because they're old. And I can see how I was in the wrong, but she was acting like a bitch in the first place. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So I swallowed my pride, told her I'll go find a manager, which I did not do, and wandered off. I came back like 3 minutes later and saw her talking to Zipporah bitch ass. Zipporah looked at me and said, "Go to the front where no one likes to work." So I started making my way to the front and walked by 2 women who saw the whole incident. They stopped and told me, "That old lady did not have to do you like that." I shrugged and said, "It is what it is." Okay guys, I have to tell y'all the rest of the story next time because I'm not even supposed to be filming right here. And these cops are just staring at me. So yeah, I'll see y'all in part